we're looking at yin-yang effect. So we've seen the one where you cross the centre line, or you short out left and right, top and bottom, front and back, and that's to do with meridians. Fix that by doing 6-element Qigong, 6-element Qigong sorted. Now, what I've discovered, isometric yin-yang effect. So we'll quickly look at that. So we'll stick an arm out, Steve, nice and strong. Right, so tighten that foot and make a fist with the other hand. So we got yin-yang isometrics, we check, and this is weak. It shouldn't be, but it is. Right, so now we want to do isotonic yin-yang effect. So movement of opposites. So if you stick his arm out, Steve, that's all strong. So swing one leg and bicep curl with the other arm, and we'll check if this is weak. Yes, it is, but it shouldn't be. And I reckon that's nervous system and not meridians. So the effect of Steve going through the scanners, because he's aircrew, staff on the aeroplane, so he goes through the scanners, quite a few. I reckon that's taking out the positive energy from the nervous system. So 1, we're going to put it back by doing form 10, retest this. 2, find a way of stopping them scanners from having that effect, which would be good for health and for punching bad guys. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Sensei Steve, we've done form 10 to energise the nervous system to hopefully fix this isometric yin-yang effect and the isotonic yin-yang effect, and also sort out the microcosmic orbit where we crashed and burned in an earlier video. So give us a nice strong arm, tighten that hand, tighten that foot, that's the isometric, and it's stronger. Marvellous. Now swing a leg, swing an arm, and it's strong. There we go. Look at when a plan comes together. Right, if you jump up, Steve, shift this chair, face that yonder, give us a nice stance. Now focus on the 1 point. Get that microcosmic orbit going, up the back, down the front, which didn't work before. I'm going to use directional sounds in my head, which Steve didn't resist when we put the videos together, you will see. I love it when a plan comes together. Thank you very much. Bonsai. Okay. Sensei Steve, we've got some weird videos today. Right, so if you give us a wider stance, Steve. Not too wide, we want it practical for the folks at home. Right, don't do anything, relax completely, just going to give you a shove, and he's light as feather. Nice. So tense a load of muscles up, squeeze them, and they're strangely hard to move. And I would suggest it's not mechanics, it's an energy field kicking out from the nervous system by doing it isometric. So you do that again, Steve, and I'll squeeze a load of muscles and let's see if he's now easier to move. Try that one, it's not rocket science, you just get somebody and give them a shove and tense some muscles. That answers a lot of questions. Okay, we won't go too deep into that one. What we want to do now is look at directional sound, which apparently doesn't exist, but I use it all the time, so there you go. I've now developed directional words and directional intent and directional waves. So stick that in your pipe. So same thing, root, do everything, resist everything. Now if this doesn't work, that means we've fixed Steve. So this is to see if them scanners have whacked his nervous system. So I'm going to use directional intent to shove him that way whether he likes it or not. He's broken. Oh dear. So we still need to fix you then, because we fixed that last week. Maybe when I said root you didn't include everything. So this time root again but focus on the 1 point. Because it's the 1 point that switches on the microcosmic orbit which then resists that kind of technique. Right, let's try again. You're fixed. So now when you root, include that into your intent. So you don't have to focus on lots of things. You just go boof, put it all on. And we've got an hypnotic anchor. So I did a 2-year course in hypnotherapy. So all it is a hand mudra, like they use in yoga and in jitsu, but that tells me my intent to switch everything on, meridian flow, everything. So then when you do the kata, you do the energy forms, you get tons more energy. So if I get out of the car and I need to smack somebody, I don't need to do that, but that would work. I can just go growl. But that reminds me, because a lot of times I'll start a form and go, oh, I forgot to put the energy on. So now start the form, it's on with that hypnotic anchor. Thank you very much. That's fixed them. Scanners. Airport scanners whack the nervous system. Okay. So Steve, so if we do what we did before, Steve, so he gives a reasonable stance, root and focus on the 1 point. So you should be pretty much silly to move. So we've got loads of energy fields. I haven't got them because I'm relaxed, so I'm trying to move energy I haven't got. If I can reproduce that energy, we'll be the same and he'll move, as you've seen before. Now what I found is this microcosmic orbit that chops you in half. Google it. The meditation is you breathe up the back and down the front, and it's supposed to be the conception and governing vessel. That's all rubbish. It's something else. Doesn't matter as long as it works. Now we've got the spin. So it's like an AC, alternating current. We want the flow without doing any breathing stuff. So that's more like a direct current. That's like a battery. Okay, so it's up the back, down the front. So this can be switched on by focusing on the 1 point, which is an inch below the belly button, which is in tons of different systems for meditation. But you need to energise 1 point because there's so much negative energy around, it's all messed up. So Steve, you keep your roots going. I'm just going to do microcosmic orbit flow because I think it's a big player. I'm not going to do anything else. So if it's not a big player, Steve won't move. See, Steve? It's a big player. That wrote off everything that we've ever used before and I only used the one thing. And I reckon this is a precursor to Iron Shirt because Kiko, there was a guy doing a fantastic video and they're kicking the bejesus out of him and he's chuckling. And he does some kind of breathing exercises and he's talking about this energy flow. Now we've got it going. Brilliant. Thank you very much.